Good evening, curling fans. Welcome to the Utica Curling Club channel. Roger Roulette here with Dave Craig Nolan, and we're here at the Mitchell Bonspiel for the 2020 version, 135th Mitchell Bonspiel, and we'll be bringing you a semifinal action tonight in the Championship A event. And Dave, you want to give us a lineup tonight?
Sure. Representing Ardsley Curling Club is skipping that rink is going to be Dennis Mellerup. Playing vice is Danny Stetsky. And Gert Messing is going to be playing second this evening, and Greg Pouldayan is going to be the lead. And representing Navy 2, throwing the red rocks. Ardsley will be throwing blue rocks. Skip will be Dan Acton. Vice will be Mike Abbott. The second will be Cody Anderson, and the lead is Dave McCutcheon. Sit back and hope you folks enjoy the curling action this evening. We're looking forward to it too. For those of you folks watching out there this evening, we do have a chat room. We're always open to your critique of both video and audio. We'll try to make it as pleasant an experience for you folks as possible this evening. Looks like we got a good feed there. Busy curling club tonight, pretty much loaded with curlers and fans alike. And we've got a bunch of other events going on this evening too that will lead to some being able to play tomorrow morning and Sunday morning's finals of other events. And we'll update you on those scores as the evening progresses.
Should be a good matchup here tonight. Just about to get underway.
Yeah, it looks like Navy 2 is going to throw first here.
And going top four.
Never hurts early in the game to get an idea of what the speed is, right? A little curl and speed. And if you're short, certainly a center guard's not a terrible way to open up a curling game. Looks like that's what they're going to get. Just did make the 12-foot circle.
Now either corner guard or chase the rock, and they're going to chase this first end.
Gert Messing doing a little directional sweeping here. Looks like he shoved it right over almost to the nose, just off nose. Nice throw there from Greg Pouldayan. We're going to call him Greg from here. That's kind of a tongue twister to say every time. Not going to stick around, but good take out there from Dave. Looking for a corner guard here, and they're going to get one.
Yeah, the hit and roll out gave them a free shot to set up a corner guard with little risk.
And Dan Acton's going to ask Cody Anderson to put another center guard up here. Hard to steal without center guards. Good looking shot. Kurt Messing now. First rock of the evening. Guess we can call Gert a phenom. Been around the game a long time. Superb curler.
Been to Senior Worlds with his team.
Quite an honor and a hard thing to get to. We're going to tickle that idea moving forward. Little directional sweeping here from Danny.
Trying to get a piece here.
Yeah.
And just got caught.
Just breezed it in that little straight piece there.
Maybe a little straight line there. Now a chance for Cody Anderson to draw one around. Ice looks like a ice for tap up. Very tight ice.
It might be a little light here. Just a little light. Oh, he's throwing another center guard, I believe. Well, it worked out. Pro side miss there. Dennis Miller up, wasting no time and instructing Kurt Messing to draw around these two red rocks. Another choice in shots could be to peel those red guards now, but pretty confident in Gert's draw ability. Weight looks real good. A little light maybe. They're working it. And just got about half behind.
Yeah,
not quite buried,
just
huh?
almost half behind.
Yep.
Going to be a little tough.
Perfect weight.
Yep, very beautiful weight. Tricky little shot here to remove. Shot stone.
And this will be the first stone this evening for Vice Mike Abbott. Yep.
Looking for a little soft weight hit and roll here.
Certainly the right kind of weight to do it. They're on it now, so it's coming.
Coming really hard. I think we're going to click the back guard.
And it just did nudge off.
Yep. And it nudged shot stone out the other side just a little bit.
Yep. Might even be more buried now than it was.
And they got to cover the in-turn side now.
Sure.
Little Christmas tree action again here would be perfect, right? Want to go right in behind the red and
absolutely
in front of the blue.
Yep. Shelter from the cold. Danny Stutzky with his first rock of the evening. We talk about a pro side miss. Would be a little bit short of the called shot.
Right in there would be perfectamente, right?
Absolutely. Show him just a little bit of that rock looking down.
Looking at about 4 feet of curl here, based on the broom placement.
It looks a
Haven't been down this side much yet, right? So it's going to come up a little short. Going to be a guard.
And the peanut gallery is starting already, folks. It is? Okay. So a little short there from Danny Nerd at third. We've just been given a nickname over the board here.
Shouldn't do that to us, you know. We had a lot of fun with Skinny Larry a few years back.
Oh, boy. All you see in a weekend of curling, folks. Mike Abbott, his second rock now. Try and draw down to shot rock here, I believe. And again, a little light over curled on him.
And we're pretty cluttered up now.
Mm-hmm. Kind of a free shot here for Danny. A little biter at the top for red. Other than that, this blue rock is pretty much stuffed behind all these guards.
And he can go right around to top 8, top 4, or might set up a multiple steal here. Come right to your own rock.
However, I think Ardsley has the hammer, do they not? Pretty sure. I think Ardsley has the hammer. I think Dave McCutcheon threw the first shot. I got to think
right?
about it. I'm not sure.
No, we didn't mark it down.
No,
So.
okay.
We can take a peek here.
Yeah, I think we're at Skip Rocks now.
Yep.
Okay.
Still bring one on top bound.
Definitely.
Either way.
Yep, no difference. And we'll see our first shot of the evening from Dennis Mellerup. I'm sorry, from Dan Acton. We'll get it right, folks.
Needs to get one around here and cut down the scoring area.
Plenty of room.
Yes, Teskey's rocks curled up pretty well.
You know, if you're a little light on most kind of curling ice, you're going to get more curl, obviously. Finding that weight-sensitive spot and the amount of curl is certainly a trick to being successful in this game. Front end thinks he's light.
And more weight than the last two rocks thrown.
A little wider. A little heavier.
Coming in now. Going to be behind T-line. Still room to draw in for two.
Mm-hmm. Just a couple feet too heavy. First stone of the evening from Dennis Mellerup. Big chance here to to get a deuce early in the game here, huh, Roger?
Yes, sirree. The only good thing about the last shot, it did cut down the scoring area a bit, so this rock does have to be on the 4-foot.
Yes.
To count. But the red stone in the back is still exposed.
Left-handed delivery here from Dennis. Not coming over. A little heavy, I think. Looks a little toasty, Roger. Tried a little directional sweeping. It's going to chip the back one off the 4-foot, I think. No, it went right by it. Wow.
Right by.
There's an early miscue there.
Second chance now for Dan Acton to get out of trouble this end. The right weight, this will curl right up to shot stone.
Yeah, absolutely. He just threw it, so he ought to have a better idea of the line that he needs. He was only a couple feet heavy with his first one. Dan Acton here. Big chance to steal the end. Or certainly hold Ardsley to 1 with a nice freeze here. A little tap, and he could get out of the end here.
I think he'll be really happy just to freeze right on the shot.
Sure, oh, definitely.
That'll get the force.
Yep.
Lighter than the last one.
Yes, it is. Front end recognizing the lightness or the softness of the stone, and they're right after it. I don't think it's got the legs to get there.
Line's really good. It's
yeah,
just
well, just a little soft. Might have to draw through this hole the other way here now.
Yep, have to play the out-turn draw now.
Yep.
Have to come the other way. Get your deuce. Need a good piece of the 4-foot.
Hammerstone, first end. Here we go. Chance to get 2 here for Dennis. This is coming up hard on him.
It's going to overcurl.
A little light, too, I think. Just a little light.
Score of 1 then for Ardsley in the first end. They lead 1-0. Navy with the Red Rocks will have the hammer in the second end. And our other A semifinal game, Winchester won. Took 1 against Manotick. They lead 1-0 after 1. Manotick will have the hammer and the Red Rocks in the second end on their sheet.
Nice opening stone here from Greg. Might go to the rings. And in fact, it did. Full 12 foot, biting the 8. Dan's going to get rid of this without question. Attempt to. And nice takeout. Very lively curling club here tonight behind us. I'm sure as the evening goes on, it'll even get more lively.
Yep, huge crowd here behind the glass.
Great shot there from Greg. It's funny, these ends start like this in curling, and it looks like it's just going to work up to a blank end, and all of a sudden there's a miss, and now it's not only one comes into play, but two. Funny game we play.
Easy to give up a deuce with one hit and roll out.
Yep.
One flash stone, one miss can turn a force into a deuce for the other team.
Really came up hard. Still got it all over it.
Got
going to roll.
Gonna roll back toward the middle.
Yeah, very nice.
Well done.
Nice shot. So we'll continue to play this game if I was reading the mind of Dennis Mellerup. Nose hit.
Now, Ardsley would be content to exchange hits here. Get the force or a blank. Kurt Messing with his first.
Nice control weight from Gert. All over it, right to the nose, I believe. Very nicely done. Boy, we saw some. It's funny, curling can either be a sort of a tit-for-tat kind of game where you keep taking rocks out, rocks go on early, or you can have an end like we did today in our game where there were 15 of 16 rocks in play. All bunched up in the center.
And not by accident. There, every single one was frozen.
Intended.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh my goodness, that was quite the end.
Yep.
And that was all for one.
That's going to go off the rings, I believe.
Going to roll off the rings. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're starting over here.
Center guard now. Hoping to generate a force instead of allowing a blank.
Good looking shot here from Gert. Looks like it's going to come back to the center line or thereabouts. And Dan will waste no time getting rid of it. Cody with his last rock here. And nice shot. It looks like he's going to lose the rings.
And here we go
again.
again.
The stone, and we're starting over again here. Going to go to the 4-foot here now. Danny with his first rock of the second end. Going to come right back to the top of the 12-foot circle, I believe. And so it did. Mike Abbott will race this stone. All players have made their shots so far. Man, it looks like he's all over it.
That one's off the rings, though.
Giving this should give Danny a chance to draw, I would think. Yeah, why not?
If he wants to force, he can try to go around.
Sure.
Only question is which way.
Yep. Dennis giving Danny a chance to choose what turn he would like to throw here. Danny being more comfortable with his in turn at this point. Always like when a skip gives me a chance at which way he wants to go. Unless, of course, the skip is thinking that he wants to do something with the rock needing a turn. There's a little complex structure there.
Thinking about a better pro side miss.
Right, sure.
Yep. Not much to choose from here. That rock's only a little off center.
Right.
You want to force, you need to get around and force a run back.
Got a pretty good looking shot here. It looks a little light.
It's not curling up for them. No. Here it comes.
They're working hard. If they get it half behind, it's not bad.
And they'll just run the red here.
Sure.
Make them make a shot, though.
Mike Abbott, his second stone of the second end.
It'll be tough to hit this and leave it buried under the shooter.
No, but you could hit a part of it and get them both on.
You could.
Split these two red rocks on after the takeout.
That you could.
Not quite, but good shot.
Ran it straight back.
Yeah, nice throw.
Popped in the open and give Dennis Mallerup a chance to run that stone off, but want to hang around here. I think the shot they just threw is splittable. Definitely splittable.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Dennis would like to hang around here.
Dennis's first stone here in the second end. Consensus was that he was a little tight. And rough break. He chipped off the guard and actually put it on the rings as well. So there's a big early break here for Team Navy here in the second end.
And they now lie two.
Over curled on him just a little bit here. Now the strategy for Dan Acton is where he would like to put this rock, and I think he would like to draw behind one or the other.
Or you could just split the house, go 12 foot. And
could just split the house too.
Yep. Leave yourself a run back if they try to hide around one of your stones.
Good draw here. He's going to kind of force Dennis to freeze, I would think. Or maybe just cut down to, he's looking at dropping three here.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to prevent it.
Little strategy discussion here between Dan Acton and Mike Abbott as to what they want to do. It looks like he's going to draw behind the rock that's just biting the 12-foot to our right. Your left on the screen. And I think I like this call.
I don't think there's any perfect place to put this rock. You're
Right.
going to leave something, but it will be a very unappetizing something
For sure. Get it right behind that rock, even on the 8-foot, full 8, just biting the 4. You might force Dennis to make a decision whether he wants to freeze to that rock or try a double, a little thin double. Tough.
The downside of coming around here does open up a run back double, but that still gets you a deuce.
Correct.
I just think if you split the house and go out on the edge of the 12-foot, then there's really no doubles if you place the rock correctly. But he might come around one of your stones and leave you with the run back. That's really what they're thinking about.
And here it comes.
First skip rock for Navy here in the second end.
They do have the hammer. Looking at a possible multiple here. Multiple scoring end. And I'm not sure that this is going to get around. I just might tap this rock back a little bit. It's not bad.
Not terrible.
Nope.
There's a double available.
Little smirk there from Dan. I'm not
Yep.
sure that's exactly what he wanted, but it's not in a bad position here. Got to try and throw the double. I think Dennis has got to be thinking about giving up 2 here.
Right.
With this call.
Now you're going to lose the shooter. You're hoping to get rid of 2 rocks here and drop only the deuce.
Right. Make the double. Then the rings will be wide open for Dan to draw for his deuce.
Yeah, so you're looking, you probably lose your shooter. Hoping to bounce that one off that guy.
Yep. And send
And
shot rock off to that way.
That
Yep.
way, and hope you can then only give up 2.
Which, in the words of my friend Bill Morehouse, would be sometimes giving up 2 is not a bad thing.
It's early in the game.
Yep.
2's not the end of the world here.
Little directional sweeping here from Greg.
Pretty
And
close.
he might run it right into it.
Yeah,
Oh,
jammed it.
boy. Jammed it in there. Left it out just a little bit. Leaving the door open for Dan Acton to get 3 here. Just got to hit the rings.
Touch paint. He's going to throw the same draw right to his own rock. Just threw this shot with his prior rock.
After this end, we'll give you a brief update of the scores on our other 5 sheets in the shed. A very unusual occurrence happening here on sheet 3 in the game between Utica 9 and Albany, and we've had the first 2 ends have been a blank. If we knew that, we'd only played 6 ends.
Last rock, second end for Navy. Drawing for 3. Just need to hit a rock.
I don't think so. I think the weight's okay.
It's on his own anyway.
Boy, I'll tell you what, it's not light, huh?
No, needs to touch.
Oh, and it did just rub off the one on the left to go.
Might have swept that all the way just in case. That might have been through if it hadn't rubbed, but that's
Yep.
a 3 spot for Navy.
And I'll give you a quick, you want me to give him a quick update here?
Yeah, we'll run through our scores. On sheet 1, Navy 4 leads Utica 3 1-0 after 1 end of play. On sheet 2, Navy 1 leads Granite 1-0 after 1. On sheet 3, we have a 0-0 tie after 2 ends, 2 blanks. On sheet 5, our other A championship semifinal game, Winchester 1 leads Manotick 1-0 after 1. They've completed their second end but haven't hung the score. We'll update you when we get that. And on sheet 6, Navy 5 leads Schenectady 2-0 after 1 end. And that brings you up to date around the sheets. Now our feature matchup, Navy leads Ardsley 3-1 after 2 ends of play. Ardsley with the Blue Rocks will have the last rock advantage here in the third end.
Dave McCutcheon's first stone went to the 8-foot. Looks like Greg's going to go ahead and take that out. No, he's setting up corner. I'm sorry, take it back.
They're down 2 now. They got to generate some offense.
Wise choice here, setting up a corner. And fine shot. I think Dave McCutcheon looking to throw a guard and cover up the shot that they have in the 12-foot here. Front end not believing it needs any help at all. It's a little wide and a little heavy. Looks like they're going to put another one on the rings here.
You know, that'll give Ardsley a chance to tap these back and roll onto the corner.
A little wide, huh?
A little on the heavy side, I think.
Oh, my. He just buzzed it. Just nudged it over.
Probably a little more weight than he was expecting.
Yeah, we saw Dennis tap his elbow. And what would that mean, Roger?
Well, the last time they threw it, it was kind of a control weight.
Right. A little opportunity here now for Navy to cover these up and trouble brewing here early in the end for Ardsley. Very classic delivery here from Cody Anderson. Also a little toasty here. This is also going on the rings. Looking for guards here is Dan Acton, and he's not quite getting them. This one might be through the rings. In fact, it is. Unfortunate miss there for Cody.
Now they'll have to hit the top one and roll.
A little more weight this time than when he just threw it.
That looks like normal weight, I think.
Yep. Gert Messon trying to clean the end up a little bit here.
Just looking for a nose double here.
Yep, Ardsley has a hammer.
Use the corner guard later. Coming inside out at this.
Looks pretty good. Might get the roll just the same.
Yeah, came really close to rolling onto the corner there.
Yeah. And a nice double there from Gert.
Don't think he could have hit that any thinner and made the double, so that was a pretty good effort.
Cody Anderson going after this blue rock now. Looks like he's all over it and going to stick around too. Nice shot there from Cody.
Chance for Ardsley now to hit and roll under the corner now, though.
Gert Messing second rock, third end. Ardsley with hammer trying to generate a multiple scoring end here. Definitely wants to hide this under that blue guard, which classically we would call a hit and roll. Trying to do some directional sweeping here is Greg, meaning that that stone is a little bit wide. And he's still going to chip it off the rings and lose his shooter. And once again, we're starting over.
A lot of different choices here. You can draw opposite side. You can go onto the corner for force. You could rip the corner guard. You're going to draw opposite side. If everyone makes their shots here, this should lead to a blank. Quite a few rocks to come, though.
Yep, first third rock, I believe.
Ooh, that's not heavy.
No, it is not. What he doesn't want to do is set up a guard, corner guard here for Mellerup. And in fact, I think that's what he's doing.
Yeah, they don't want to leave this short.
Yeah, it's not getting the rings, I don't think. Oh, it did get the rings.
They're going hard.
Just did get, wow, good sweep, huh?
Yeah, they wanted to be at least on the 8-foot there to make it a little more difficult to hide this for shot rock. Now I think Mellerup can go around the corner guard and get shot rock.
Yep. Looks like the call.
That'll put the deuce in motion.
Danny Stetsky. Big opportunity here to get Ardsley right back in the game. A lot of room. Starting to come over now. A little heavy.
It's going to be in the back of the house.
Maybe through. Round. Oh, my goodness. Oh, boy, that's not what he wanted. A little struggle with weight there.
You either got to lie 1-2 now or kill that corner guard.
Looking for T-line weight here. Not sure of the call. I think, is he splitting this?
I think he's just trying to go around.
Okay.
Go around his own guard and sit 1-2.
Big shot here from Mike. And it's on the stone.
Tap it straight back's not bad.
That's about what he's got. A little out in the open there.
They're looking for a long double and roll here.
Yep, Dennis Mellerup not giving up on a chance to get two. Put the old skip deuce in place. He'd love to get underneath this guard here, I think, if you're Dennis Mellerup. Gonna get a little roll out of it.
Close.
I'll tell you what, I think he's got it. Easy does it. Well, it rolled a little too far.
Yeah, it's a tough shot. That's a long roll across the house.
Sure. Dan's going to waste no time in ripping this out, and then the force is on to force.
Sit 1-2. If you get under the guard, all the better.
Mm-hmm. Big, meaningful shot here from Dan Acton.
Need a hit and stick here.
Right off the whole way, and he ran it right to the nose. Even then so. Good shot.
Ran straight.
Ran straight as a rope. That weight has been tricky to throw all weekend.
You just don't know what it's going to do out there. You don't know if you're in a straight spot or if you're going to come off a ramp.
Dennis is going to draw here. His only hope for a deuce here is to get behind this blue one. Shot rock directly behind that blue one as you're looking down the ice.
And if you want to get there, the easiest way is to play a draw, not a hit and roll. 4 foot's wide open, so Ardsley's not too worried about being able to score.
First skip rock here from Dennis Mellerup. They're working it over like he might be a little light. And that's unfortunate. No, they just got it going enough to keep it going. Okay. They gave up on it. I was thinking that they didn't have the right weight and he was heavy. Oh, my goodness.
It overswept.
Oh, they kind of overbaked it, didn't they?
The line was perfect.
Oh, sure. Oh, my goodness. Ouch.
You know, our Navy's still sitting 1-2. I think they can draw another one in. Question is where. You want to make the 4 foot as hard to get to as possible.
Yeah, I think you got to go in the center here, don't you? Center where if you hit it on the nose, you won't be shot rock. That's what I like here.
Probably just got to go just inside the 8 foot maybe. Center line just inside the 8 foot. How about right here?
I like it. Just where you.
And you got to give him. You got him a lot of choice. You got to throw the out turn, in turn, draw. I mean, you can score, but you're drawing against 3.
Correct.
Probably never playing the hit and roll. That's probably the hardest one to score with.
Yep. I like the center. Yep.
Drawing all day long if you go center and you can't hit it.
Right.
Dennis is going to be drawing anyway, so it doesn't matter. Might as well make him draw against 3.
Sure. First blood here on sheet 3 between Utica 9 and Albany. Albany just stole 2, I believe. Thank you.
Last rock, third end for Navy. One more to come.
Okay.
Looking to draw a top house here. Sweepers haven't touched it.
It's heavy. Might go through. Wow. I think it hung around. It did hang around. So against 3, he's pretty much got an open 4-foot.
Pretty much either way.
Either way, you're right. That's sure. If he left it right top 8, it would have been a little more of a sticky shot. But
only drawing against 2 now, though, because that blue rock in the back, I believe, is third rock.
Kind of looks like it. Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Yep. And this is, in my words, why the skips get the big bucks. Got to make pretend there's nothing on the rings and just lay it out there. Competent sweepers will bring it right to the 4-foot for you. Fun game to play if you have confidence in your draw.
Sweepers are kind of up and down on it. Starting to buckle.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Lost the handle.
Oh my goodness. It's running out of gas too. Second rock maybe.
And that's going to be awfully close. Might be a steal of 2.
Yikes.
Lost the handle just as it came into the front of the house. They're going to measure 2. One steal of 1 for sure. And that is awfully close. We're not ESPN, folks, so the cameras aren't good enough to see the needle. That looks like blue.
It does look like blue.
We'll go back.
Blue. So I believe by the body language. No. Red.
Okay.
Wow.
Steal of 2.
Yep. Ouch. Unfortunate miss there.
Sweepers were on and off that too as well.
Yep. Might have did something wonky. We've seen a little wonkiness in rocks over the course of the weekend. A lot of play on the shed, and you just never know what's going to happen to a curling rock sometimes. It looks perfect, and you know from your own and our own experiences playing together that you throw a rock and it looks absolutely perfect, and 2 feet away from where you need it to be, it changes handle on you or something. It's just part of the game. Unfortunate part of the game, but it does happen at a very high level of curling as well, not just at a amateur level. So a commanding 5-1 lead now after 3 ends for Navy over Ardsley. Don't need to get them all back at once if you're Ardsley, but you got to score here.
Yeah, you got to go hard for your deuce this end. No threat that one, so corner guard to go up. And we'll take you around the sheets on sheet 1. Utica 3 stole 2 against Navy 4. They now lead 3-1 after 3. On sheet 2, Granite stole 1. They take a 3, extend their lead to 3-1 after 3 ends of play. On sheet 3, Albany 1, stole 2 in the third end, breaking the string of blanks. They now lead 2-0. Manotick and Winchester all tied up 1-1 after 2. Make that 1-1 after 3. They blank the third end. They're playing the fourth end now. And on sheet 6, we got a brand new score hung. Big 3 spot taken by Navy 5. They now lead Schenectady 1, 5-2 after 3 ends of play. That brings you up to date across the shed. Feature game, it's 5-1 Navy over Ardsley. Playing the 4th end, Ardsley with the Blue Rocks has the last rock. And a come around attempt a little light.
A little light there from Greg. For a center guard here.
This one's going to float right into the house.
Looks like a freeze. Tough to get them both.
Got to start moving them though.
Got no choice here. This game has got to get a little control of the game here. Does Dennis Mellerup?
Yeah, 3 reds on the rings. Can't really see all of it. You can really only see about a half a rock. So looking to bump these around to get them separated. Keep the shooter around.
God, I think if he hits with it with the kind of weight he's going to throw, if he hits what he can see of that top red one, he may get them both. If it's by, it's going to be good. Oh, he got it.
And that's a real good
Fine
result.
Shot. Wow, he got 2 of them off of there. It's a great throw from Gert. Very nice shot.
Just squeaked it by.
A little more weight, he might have got all 3 of them. Good throw there from Gert. I can't imagine it being a bad thing having Gert Messon playing second for you.
No.
That's like having Raymond Bork play defense for you.
Okay, now a little opening.
Yeah, end of that shot by Gert changed the complexion of the end.
Chance to get around the corners.
This is one of the things that I think is a very talented part of the game. When you throw with your first stone in an end, throw either a draw or a takeout, and having to throw the opposite with your next stone. There's a real art to that.
All about adjustment.
Yep.
Game of adjustment.
Looks like plenty of weight. A little greater than the tee line, I believe. And just past the tee to the back 4.
It's going to get buried, though.
Yep.
Shot stolen. Navy will have to deal with it.
No hesitation for a freeze call here for Mike Abbott. And this is less weight than the rock that was just thrown. Not much though, huh? Nope. Coming over nice now. Yeah, it was a little bit less weight.
Almost fully exposed.
Just got across the face a little bit here.
Looking for back line weight.
I love when skips give you the idea of exactly what they want as far as calling the game from up here. It leaves the guesswork out of it for us.
And just wants to push this back to the back 12. Roll a little bit under.
All right, Danny Nerd at third, looking for a good shot here to get Ardsley back in the game here. It's got enough weight. Not quite the back line weight he was looking for.
Maybe back 4.
Yeah. I think it's going to bump the red one off the 4-foot. No, it didn't. Not quite enough. Good call. However, they did get it hidden.
It's underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah, Navy needs a second rock on the rings. Need to sit 1-2. I think you got to freeze to something here, right? Sit 1-2.
Yep.
There's a lot of red hanging around.
Big shot here from Mike. Plenty of weight.
Not
curling.
Got to sit.
Not curling. He might leave Dennison out here. He's got to freeze on his own here now. Oh, boy. There's a double. There's a double brewing there. He could sit 3 here. Nose hit. Ba-boom. I think the shot rock goes right over the top of everything. Yep.
Have to hit it fairly. You have to hit the back rock fairly thick to get this over the top.
Definitely left him an out, though. This is a big chance here for Ardsley to get right back in the game with one shot. Didn't come over. Weight was pretty good from Mike. Just didn't come over to freeze on that blue rock in the 8-foot, which was what I believe the called shot.
Yeah, either blue rock they were looking to freeze to.
Oh, boy.
Hit it too thin.
Yep. Ouch.
Still need to play the same freeze, I think.
Agreed. No difference, just one less red rock on there. One less blue rock, I mean.
Yeah, force here is fine. Throw the guard, you're giving them a chance for a deuce.
Mike and Dan discussing here. It looks like they want to throw the same shot. Dan's was just about the right weight. It just didn't come over.
Yeah. You want to be shot rock here, though, so I probably didn't put that in the right spot. You need to be right here.
Yep.
Right, to make sure you're shot stone. And sit 1 and 2. 1, 2. And that keeps you out of trouble, hopefully. There's still a couple rocks to come here.
And in doing so, also, there's no double. There's no double takeout for Dennis Mellerup if he throws just a center guard here.
Correct.
Or a center rock, we'll say, not a center guard, but a center rock.
Indicating that if they come up a little short and it's on the center line, they'll take that. The primary is to be kind of side by side with the blue stone, buried under the blue corners. Want to come over into that region here, leaving the shot stone in the back exposed.
Real important to be second stone here.
Yeah, I think that's the key, especially with 4-point lead. They're still having a protracted discussion about whether or not this is the right shot.
Never good in my world.
Yeah.
Let's see what can go wrong.
Time to have that discussion.
Instead of what can
back
go
here.
right. Absolutely.
They're going back to the center guard.
I like the fact that we don't do that when we
Yep.
play. I'm pretty much how we never have that discussion today is I'm going to support you no matter what you want to do. I might give you options on what else I see, but
well, you want to have your argument about what's the right call on the far end of the ice. So they're going with a center guard here.
yeah, which is not a bad call. I just want to get it close enough where there's a double.
Yeah, not a bad call.
No, actually,
Gives Dennis a chance to come around and freeze to you, and that could get a deuce set up.
Yep.
Pros and
don't want it too close where it's a tough double, and this is
cons.
ideal.
It's a good shot.
Ideal.
Pros and cons to both. Now the question is, Dennis throwing the run back double, or is he going to play the come around freeze? Going to play the freeze. That certainly gives him a chance to make sure he gets his single.
Yep.
But you freeze, they freeze, and you're forced.
Right.
One thing they might have been worried about the freeze is that could hit and roll maybe to the back four under cover.
Mm-hmm.
Tough shot here for Dennis Melrup, his first. He's looking to freeze to shot stone.
Not coming over, though, is it?
Nope.
It's not coming over. Oh, it just did get there at the end.
Lost the handle just about. Yep.
Just got there. Nice throw.
Good spot.
Fine shot there. Clutch shot from Dennis. Now Keith will just cover this up and try to hold Dennis to one, I believe, right?
I think he
That's
can.
the idea?
I think he can freeze on the pin for shot rock. Freeze inside edge, right, for shot rock.
Even if he just taps the blue one a little bit and flops over, pretty darn good.
And if you're frozen to it, I think you're probably getting a force.
Right. I'm not sure if this blue rock in the 8-foot comes into play if there's a red rock on the pot. It's got to be. If it's in the front of the button, you might be able to do something with that rock.
I think there's enough room here to freeze on the inside corner for shot.
Well, up 4 wouldn't be a horrible time to try it.
Well, and if you freeze nose, I think you're still good.
Mm-hmm.
Last rock fourth end for Dan Acton for Navy.
Up 5-1 presently.
He's looking to lock this one on the shot stone. It's
This
dying.
does not have legs.
It is dying.
No legs. So the door is open here now. Can you see any of the blue rock to chip the blue one off for 3?
If you can get to it and move the red stone just 6 inches, maybe a foot, right?
Yeah, you're going to get a 3 out of this possible.
3. You come to it, you might get a deuce.
Yep.
Can't see any of the rock. It's totally buried.
Yep. Thank you. MJ, message retracted. Good things are not on the clock. Hammerstone here in the fourth end.
Hanging.
Ardsley's going to get one for sure. Can he get there enough now to move this rock? I don't think so. It's just not there.
Hanging. Here it comes.
Just not there. Don't know. I don't know.
That looks like a deuce.
Yeah, good shot. Yep, well.
Just enough.
Whew. Danny just pointed up that he got 2 out of it, so. Wow, they were flirting with not sweeping it there. I know it was hanging out a little bit, but whew.
Needed to lock it on for sure.
Yeah. Didn't think it could hurt it sweeping it there, but they got 2. So 5-3. Navy ahead of Ardsley, thank you. After 4 ends. 5th end coming.
And Navy with the Red Rocks will have the last rock advantage here in the 5th end.
Thank you very much. Well, I made the game a little more interesting, right?
Indeed did. Indeed it did. Navy has to select their position, though, up 2 with here in the 5th end.
I didn't see exactly what happened there. I'm assuming that Dave McCutcheon flashed one there.
Well, still there.
Yeah, this is the second stone for Ardsley.
Chance to guard up now. Got a tight one going in our other A semifinal. It's Winchester 2-1 over Manotick after 4 ends of play. Manotick has the hammer this end.
Oh, they just hung the 5th end up.
They did. And they got a deuce back, right, Manotick?
Yes.
They now lead 3-2 after 5. Winchester has the hammer in the 6th end. Catching up around the sheets. Utica 3 grabbed another deuce, stole 2 more. They now lead 5-1 after 4. Granite leads Navy 1, 3-2 after 4. Albany 1 leads Utica 9, 2-1 after 4. 2 blank ends in that game. Manotick 3-2 over Winchester. We did that one already. And Navy 5 leads 5-2 over Schenectady 1, and that's after 3 ends of play. Haven't hung the 4th end yet, although the 4th end's been completed. Update you when we get that score. And it catches you up around the shed.
Navy actually stole in the 4th end. It's 6-2 now over Schenectady.
Up there, they've hung the end and make that a 6-2 score.
Oh, nice shot here. Dave McCutcheon made a nice shot. Gert came right back with one of his own.
Roll to shade open. Be a battle to see who can roll under first. Not quite to nose, still in the open. Ardsley's turn to try to get under.
Fifth end of our featured game. Uh-oh. Excuse me.
So going to miss everything, just about.
Oh,
just tick shot stone.
Oh. Now the door is back open for Navy to get in line for two here. Cody, so go ahead, Roger. Sorry.
Only taking a couple feet of ice here.
Yep.
A little surprised.
Made us stop curling there. Plenty of room.
It looks like that's the straight spot, huh?
Sure does.
It's going to get by with room to spare.
It's beauty if it's not heavy. And Dennis is in line to try and get it behind the tee line. And it did. Went right to the back 12.
You've got to eliminate a rock here.
Mm-hmm.
Going for the long roll.
It's funny, this kind of a game, the ends seem to get chewed up. You know what I mean? All of a sudden you look up and you're in the fifth end. Just kind of a little bit of a lullaby tendency to this game so far. Cat and mouse. Up and down kind of curling game.
Yeah, and Ardsley really can't generate any offense right now. They're too busy eliminating rocks.
Correct.
So they're going to be trading hits for a while until they can get one
Well
close
said.
to being under.
Yeah.
So this end is going to fly by because they're going to be chasing here. So another chance to get around for the Navy.
Mike Abbott trying to generate some offense here for Navy in the fifth end. Like to get one behind this guard. With hammer here is Navy. I think this might have enough legs to do it. Just enough to get to the rings, huh?
Yeah, they're going to sit two.
Full 12, yep. Not bad.
Puts the pressure on. That's going to force Ardsley to come around against two. The good news for them is that's a double guard with that red rock on the 12-foot.
Yeah, that's friend of Ardsley right now.
And you can leave this rock a smidgen exposed, and you've got a jam rock in the back with the red stone in the back of the ring. So you see Ardsley taking the wide line here. They're going all the way out to the 8-foot. They probably curl to the same spot.
Working it really
this
hard.
This is warping in.
Oh, my
They get
goodness.
by. It's golden, eh?
Looks like it's okay.
And they're by.
Perfect.
Going to go back four, but
And to really, really beat it up to get it by for a line. Shot rock now behind the tee line. And a very nice shot. He'd like to be at the other end of the 4-foot, I believe, but nonetheless.
well, the good news for Ardsley is they needed to neutralize two rocks, so they were in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, and that's certainly outcounted. It's,
And they put that in a great location.
yeah, did just that.
Had to get it buried.
I would say there's probably an oddity tonight with the Mitchell Bonspiel on the, I believe, the 11th of January. It is 64 degrees outside, folks.
I don't think we've ever had that.
I don't think we have either. 64 degrees on January the 11th in Clark Mills, New York, or Whitestown, New York, I think is the club. Clark Mills Road, that is. Strange weather. Looking for a run back here, and got it. Beauty.
Cleared a lot of granite there.
Good shot there from Mike.
Left Ardsley sitting 1, though. Now a chance for Dennis Malderop to draw one around. Maybe just a little unlucky with that last to have lost all the red stones. Could have been the other way around.
Yep. Big chance here for Dennis. Forcing the action here in the 5th end. Down 2 is Ardsley. It's 5-3 Navy. I think you'd like to get one right behind both of these guards on the 4-foot circle.
Going hard early on this.
I don't know.
This light's going to crash.
By. Just a little light, I think, huh?
Line was terrific.
Yep, just a little light. Wound up with the center guard out of it. He will get one more shot. Another blank end on sheet 3. 3 blank ends out of 5. Wow.
It's like the old silver broom, right?
Yeah. Wow.
So it's 2-1 after 5, folks. That's like old-timey curling.
No free guard zone.
Yep.
Just started banging. So in a turn of events here in our featured game, Dennis Mellerup come up a little short on his draw attempt, leaving the door open for Dan Acton to get back in line for a deuce here. Skip deuce at that.
Trying to be the first one to the 4-foot here.
I wish I could hear this conversation between Gert Messing and Bill Morehouse, but 2 longtime veterans of the game and the Mitchell.
Probably a comment going on about all the blanks.
I'm sure.
And that draw comes up a little short.
Oh, boy. Oh, man. I don't know if the ice is starting to get a little sticky or just lost the groove for the draw. Don't I know how easy that is to do?
All right, which way you come here?
Now what? I think the right side of the sheet looks like it's pretty well plugged up. I think you got to come with the intern here. He just pointed down.
Got to raise that blue stone into a better spot.
Pointed to a tap. A little easy raise here on this blue rock that's in the 12-foot. There's 2 ways of making this shot. It's about the right weight to come around it, too. If it hangs out.
And what you don't know here is how wide do you have to go to get around that blue stone.
True.
I think be happy to split this on. Mm-hmm. Get that blue stone a little closer to the 4-foot.
Yep, get it shoved behind those guards. Doesn't look like there's a great deal of room to come through there. This is where someone in the house, you want to try and not place it directly in between where it's an open shot between those two. Got a little room to work with. Farther away from the center line than not. Right on the center line probably wouldn't be that good.
I think you come with back 8, back 12 weight here and just get a maybe half rock split.
It's definitely making contact, but there's not a lot of weight here. Just not a lot of weight.
Just barely got there.
Just did tap it over behind the red one. They have 2 on the rings, however. Got to start cleaning up here a little bit if you're Dan.
Do you play the double and go for the blank?
I think so.
I think you got to hit the one close to the center line first, don't you?
Yes.
Because otherwise you got to move the one on the center line a long way to get it out of the rings.
Right, yep.
You want to hit that one first, I would think.
He'll glad to take his one here, right?
One's good too.
Yeah, he's up
One's
2.
Good.
I think that's what he's doing, discussing with his front end here about just hit half a rock here and
well, if you want to blank, you do it this way.
Correct.
Right? You want to score 1, you could do this.
Boom, boom, and just
it'll come under a little bit.
Yep. And if you're Dan, I think you'd be happy with either or.
Yes, for sure. I think where they got the broom, they're playing for 1 here.
Mm-hmm.
1's fine. That'll put him up 3.
Yep.
Last rock, 5th end. Dan Acton for Navy.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Not quite.
Steal 1.
Yeah. Just chipped off the one on the left. And
hit it too thin.
Hit it a little too thin. So, as we say in curling, game on.
1 point game. After 5 ends of play, Navy leads 5-4. They'll have the hammer in the 6th end. Well, the good news for Navy is if they score here in the 6th end, they'll be in full control. Navy needs to score this end.
Ice might be biting up a little bit. Just getting a little sticky, I think, a little frosty or something, because I've noticed on other sheets too, it appears like we've had a couple of hog stones and just looks like a little bit of change in our ice conditions
might
here.
Be frosting up. It's a very warm out and humid, and
64
as I look at
degrees.
our windows here in our shed, we've got condensation on the window frames. So
yes, we do.
We normally don't see that except in the summer months.
Very true. Well, game on here. 6th end. It's a 1 point game. Navy ahead of Ardsley. They clawed their way back here, did the Ardsley team. Set up a center guard with their first rock, and Dave McCutcheon looks like he's coming around. Not quite.
Going to get a tick, though. That works out very nice.
Sure it does. Sets up a couple corner guards for Navy. You're welcome.
And center guard's going to go back.
Center guard back in play here for Ardsley. Dan Acton's going to head for the rings here. Free guard zone still in play. Of course, now we're playing 5 rock. A couple years now. It's been 2 years now, correct?
At least 2, I think.
Yep.
was 2017 and went into, or 2018 season went into play. And this one's hung out there.
Over there on sheet 1, Utica 3 has taken a commanding 8-1 lead over Navy 4. Over on sheet 6, Schenectady got got 3 in the 5th end to narrow that game up to 6-5. And we'll get to the other sheets in a second or two. And they made that shot go away.
Little junkie up there to have the hammer.
At this level, the teams are all good. It's nice when you're playing a curling game where you can, rely on a person that's in the 2 hole to start cleaning up, opening up the ends, opening up the rink for you,
Yeah, Navy's playing the tap up here.
A little wide. Got it to the rings, however.
Put it right in the hole.
Yep.
Ardsley just going to use that as a guard and come around the whole thing.
Good idea.
Don't need to chase that rock on the top 12. Probably not going to score this end.
Gert Messing's second rock here in the 6th end. Trailing by 1 is Ardsley. A good chance here to steal if they can get one behind all this clutter in front here. Dennis pointing to his right like he was a little wide. Weight looks pretty good. Really need it to buckle. Plenty of weight.
Yeah, sweepers don't want to touch it.
Oh. Back 8. Back 12. Back 8. Okay.
Shot stone, but not for long.
Cody Anderson now with a pretty much free shot here for Cody. I love to get behind the clutter. Top 4 with hammer. Just don't know.
Didn't want to do that. Now short up the middle.
My goodness. Not quite. I'm guessing the ice is getting just a little bit frosty.
Slowed up just a little.
It really has. Still open. 8-foot circles wide open here.
Yeah, chance for Ardsley to come around top 4. Plenty of room. Danny Stesky's turn to see if he can draw one around.
Big shot here. A lot of attempts at the old first hog to the trough.
Yes, sir.
This looks good.
Sweeping hard to get it
Looks
by.
good.
This is going to bury.
Beautiful shot there from Danny. Beautiful shot. Full buried.
Top button.
Yep, just right. This is why
You open up the middle.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very
Yep.
much.
And it didn't help they were kind of light up the middle twice. That
True.
really was a killer. It's the chance you take when you come around those guards in the clutter early.
It's a lot easier to move one than it is four,
Yeah,
three.
Now they got to move a bunch. And this is the sixth end. You have to score this end. That was
Absolutely.
the most important thing, is
Yep.
to leave yourself a chance to
Boy,
score.
don't I tell myself that, and you tell me that, and yep. A little cushion there.
It was starting to get a little cluttery there when the free guard zone expired. So easy to get sucked into that. I'll just come around and get to the 4 foot first. Yeah, well, it opened up the middle for some run backs.
And then it's going to put that puppy right back
Yep.
in line.
And that's going to be a tough come around tap back, because Ardsley barely got by that guard to get to top button. Going to be a hard rock to
Oh,
move.
yeah.
Be a
Big
hard
time.
rock to move.
Yep.
And the Reds are staggered such that there's no good run back there either. If
No.
Ardsley guards the red that they can see, there won't be a run back.
This is why we love the game of curling, folks.
And Ardsley's sitting too as
Oh,
well.
no.
so
I don't
that-
know if they're getting this over. I don't know if they're getting this over. It's out of gas. The team is pounding to get this rock over, and they're just going to make it.
Yeah.
Wow. I got to believe the way I'm seeing this game being played is that this ice is definitely
tightened up.
stiffening up for
Yeah,
sure.
I think it's tightened up.
Yep, I agree.
The trouble is that those Reds just aren't going anywhere. And he's got to clear the one that's just thrown, I think.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So do you try running this one back into the red ones to move them around, or just because
If
it's
you
so
leave-
high, you
If
know?
you leave your shooter there, I just think that's going to kill you. I think.
Oh,
they
I
gotta peel
agree.
it. Try for the double peel here on the Blues, I think.
Didn't get them all that much.
Well, it was the same as a straight peel, just about.
Right.
And Ardsley can just put the guard right back.
Yep. Feel like
Yep.
a little closer to the rings.
This is where you get that uneasy feeling after having a big lead that the wheels are starting to come off one at a time, right?
Yeah.
You're riding on the rims.
Uneasy, peaceful feeling.
Yeah.
Been there and done that, Roger.
Yes, we have this weekend.
Lord.
I know how that works.
Could we call the timeout?
This looks a little warm for a guard.
And wide. Might chip off.
Can he get the bounce?
A little chipperoon. Little
Gonna get
chipperoon.
the bounce.
Yeah. Wow.
There you go.
Oh, my.
Oh, couldn't have worked out better.
Big
Excuse me.
A little chuckle from Dennis. He's a very
Yeah.
serious guy when
Yeah.
he's curling. Not really. Not really happy. But it worked out.
That's one of those excuse me shots.
Yeah,
Sorry.
sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. Didn't mean to trip over you with my popcorn and my soda in hand.
You know, they're looking at running the blue now, and at least moving some reds around just to open things up a bit. If they nose, they might get their blue one off the rings. Let's see if we can look.
We've been waiting for a shot like this all game, haven't we?
Yeah. I think you can run the blue into the red, and then the red. I mean, this is not an easy shot, folks, but at least it gives you a chance, right? This goes out the rings.
Yeah.
If you were really insanely lucky, you could even get the
both.
double on the way out, but that would just be rubbing it in.
That'll have the crowd hollering.
But, you know, you're just looking to move these around. These are killing you. Those two red rocks are absolutely killing you.
Hammer here for Navy. Dan Acton's first rock of the 6th end. Trying to shed a little daylight on the rings here. 2 blue rocks out about 5 feet and 2 red ones at the top of the 12 and 1 lowly. Actually, blue is sitting 1 and 2. Ardsley is sitting 1 and 2. 1 in the back shouldn't be a factor, but you never know.
That helped tremendously.
That was a good outcome there.
Yeah, we got some opening.
Good outcome, yep. Like you said, those 2 red rocks pasted together up there at the top of the 12 foot. We're not doing any help at all.
He couldn't use them. Now he can run the red one in, and he's got an open hit on the blues. So he's got 2 ways in now.
Little team shot here coming up for Ardsley.
We
got 3 skips. Making the call here.
I think they're putting the guard back all day long. I just want to maybe cover a corner of the red.
Yep.
There is a spot on the rings where you can cover everything if you place it within a 1/4 inch. It's hard to stop both the raise and the straight takeout.
In the 8 foot, correct?
Yeah, if your Christmas tree, if you can get there, I don't think they can get there through the blue guard.
Real tender shot. You just got to miss the red one coming with the intern. Whew, that's tough. I think you'd be happier with a high guard, you know, with a.
The other option they looked at earlier was just hitting the red and getting rid of it and flopping, but then that has its own danger if you mess that up. You know, you chunk one in and you make their shot for them.
Double yourself out.
Yep.
And leave them sitting 2.
So I think they're looking to where can they put this guard that it does kind of the maximum irritation. I think they want to just cover half the blue and half the red.
Point. Draw your little diagram there, brother.
Yeah. Well, I think you want to go right in here.
Yep, I like that.
Halfway in between both. That makes the takeout a little tough.
And then the run.
Makes this
You're still leaving them the correct side of the red rock, but
you can't cover everything. And at least it makes it tight.
Last stone for Dennis Mellerup in the 6th end. Trailing by 1 is Ardsley. Trying to give some shelter to their shot rock just in front of the button. Looks decent. Gert working it over pretty good. Now they're just letting it come up. Looks pretty darn good.
Make sure you guard the takeout first because the other shot's only for 1.
Correct. And that's going to work out just fine. Nice shot there from Dennis.
He's got to play the angle raise. Either that or if you want to score, you got to play the angle raise. And if you're happy to be tied in the 7th, then you play the out-turn draw.
Right, as long as you can out-count the one in the back, you're
right.
It's tied. Good call.
If you don't make this, you're giving up a steal of 2. So this is a tough decision. My guess is they're not throwing any more than back 8 weight here.
Looks like it. Just so he doesn't lose the shot he's promoting.
Yeah, you got to keep that one because that's going to be second rock.
Correct.
So you can't throw a lot of weight at this.
And I don't think a draw has been thrown with the outturn this way in 2 ends coming this way.
And the ice has been changing,
A little,
looks like,
little fudgy.
Might be slowing up a bit, so that may not be the most appetizing of choices. So here we go. Last rock, 6th end for Navy. They lead by 1, facing 2.
Big shot here from Dan. Good call on the weight here, Roger. I think he threw the weight he wanted to throw. I think he's got it. Oh, but he just rolled off. Just rolled off for a steal of 1.
Yep, hit it just a little on the low side,
Yep.
lower than he needed, so that's a steal of 1. So
good game.
We're all tied up after 6.
Yep.
And Ardsley has got hammer and the even ends coming home, so.
Wow. Great game we're being entertained by in our feature, our A semi feature. And there's a tie game between Manotick and Winchester on 5. They play in the 8th end.
Yeah, so after 7 ends of play, it is 4-4. Big deuce by Winchester. Manotick have the hammer coming home, though. And that's in our other A semifinal.
We've got a final over on sheet 1. Utica 3 victorious over Navy 4. That's now a final.
It's the John Davis rink for Utica. And another blank end on sheet 3. Still
unbelievable.
2-1 Albany.
Have you ever seen 4 blank ends? Yes, they did. Congratulations, John. I don't think I've ever seen 4 blank ends. Ever.
I think we blanked,
22 years
I think
of curling.
we blanked 4 ends against Bill Sewell in the men's championship here one year.
Really?
It was 2-1 going into the last end.
Wow.
No one could score a deuce to save their life in that game.
Jeez. So we're on to the 7th end here in our feature. Navy and Ardsley. Navy with hammer here in the 7th end. Really good game we're being treated to here.
Yeah, Ardsley's clawed back from a huge deficit. And they actually have a slight advantage here with they can get a force, they'll have the hammer in the last end. Yeah, and Ardsley needs a center guard here. They need to get a force. Don't want to give up a blank here. Giving up a blank this end will give Navy probably an 80-90% chance of winning the game.
Yep.
Either a force or a steal here is probably 50-50.
We're already the second rocks, seconds throwing here. It's definitely going on the rings.
Yeah, not what Arsley wanted. I think Navy would be very happy to play for blank this end.
Right on the button. Cody now looking to get rid of this blue rock. All over it. Shooter's going bye-bye.
Going to roll out again.
Yep. Didn't come up. Nice weight. Just didn't come over.
Keeps the blank in play.
Got to have a center guard here outside the rings. Either way, you got to believe that Acton's going to peel it.
Well, this end, Navy's either looking for a deuce or a blank.
Oh, absolutely. Don't want to just get one and leave Ardsley with the hammer down one coming for home. Looking good here for your center.
There's the center guard. So now the choice, go around. They're going to go hard for the two.
Yep. A little discussion now whether they want to actually do that or not and just keep the hammer tied.
Nothing wrong with the peel here. I mean, that keeps the blank alive.
Yep.
And they changed their mind. They're going to go for the peel.
I think I like that.
Can make this shot. I think it's the call.
Just don't want to nut it and give Dennis a chance to come around it either.
Right. Then you're going to get forced. And just a great shot on sheet 3. I wish we had that on film.
Bill Morehouse with a...
coming through a tight port.
Made it and sits one now. No, he's actually second rock, believe it or not. So the successful peel from Cody. And we're back to square one here on sheet 4 in the 7th end in a real cat and mouse kind of curling game here. Very competitive game.
I think Arsley's got to keep throwing this guard here.
Oh, definitely.
Until they get to last stone. They do not want to give up a blank. That really puts them in the back foot for the last end. And that one's going to slip in the rings.
Yep.
Not that it matters, but can you still use it as a guard, but it's got to go.
Yep.
I don't think you want to stay. I think if you hit and stick, I think Arsley goes around the back 4. And that'll just be a straight peel. That'll work fine. We'll do it again.
Yep. Last down for Danny Stetsky. I'd like to say that we're going to be back tomorrow, folks, but we have a chance ourselves, as Roger and I and the rest of our team have a chance to play in the C-Final if we're able to win our 8:30 game tomorrow morning. And someone else will have to take the headsets.
Indeed.
Which is what I'm hoping for.
Yep.
After not such a good start to the weekend, we managed to win our game this morning, and we're geared up to play tomorrow morning.
Another peel attempt.
Looking good here from Cody. Perfect.
Now we're down to skip stones, so in the house we go here.
Well played game. Not a lot of mistakes with this kind of a game. You know, the only thing that spruces up a game where you're playing peel, 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 peel is a miss or two, and there hasn't been many.
Not too many. Really just the one mistake in the second end that led to Navy getting a 3.
Mm-hmm.
Dennis Meller up with his first. Looking to draw the side of the house.
Make it a little tougher, huh? And mission accomplished.
Yeah, I mean, I think the idea behind this is if you happen to get a miss, then you can split the house and make them draw against 2.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's, you know, drawing against losing the lead. So coming home up 1 without's better than tied without. But Navy's just going to remove shot rock, and I don't think they even care if they stay around here. I think they just soon roll out.
Dan Acton his first rock here. I think he would be very happy to blank this end and come home tied with Hammer.
Yep, I think that would be ideal.
Solid team, you know.
Deuce doesn't look in the cards here, so the blank would be the next best option.
It's going to be like that.
All right, now a little conference. They're going to draw the other side, try a different spot. See if they can coax a miss out of Navy, either a nose hit or a flash. Last rock here in the 7th end for Dennis Miller up and Ardsley.
All right, so Dennis has got his guard up here. No, it's actually going on the rings.
No,
4 foot. You want to be on the rings, right?
He's just going to try to find a different spot here.
Might go through.
Oh, that makes the blank really easy.
Yeah, just kick it to the side.
That's off the rings.
That's too bad.
Throw this through. So that's going to make it very easy for Navy. They'll toss this one through. Want to pay attention even on these shots. When I was a young curler and I was trying to blank an end, wasn't paying attention to a rock off the back of the rings.
Oh boy!
I threw my blank and I nutted it for
oh,
one.
Oh no!
That'll pay you not to pay attention. Make sure you don't come anywhere close to that rock that they just threw. Well, it's completely off.
It's gone.
Anyway.
It was completely gone. Yeah.
All right. So no chance of hitting that
A little
rock.
practice at a takeout here for those of you watching. Dan Hecton has no intention of leaving this rock on the rings. At least I don't think he does.
Well, it looks like he's throwing a draw.
My goodness,
Now.
are you kidding me? What? What'd I miss? Just when you thought you figured curling out.
Oh, they're going to get it through.
Are they? My goodness.
Yes. What the heck?
I don't quite get that one, but it's all good. It's a blank end. And Navy is ahead, or is tied, coming for home with hammer, but they left a little room for sweating it out there.
A little concerned there.
There's no way that you want to be down up one without.
You
No
don't want
way.
to be up one without.
He's smiling away, but I'm just not sure. I'm not sure at all there.
He's shaking his head. I'd be throwing board weight there.
had the whole shed sweeping that one to get it out. Oh my God. We're going to joke with him about that. Yeah. Peanut Gallery is definitely harassing him. Got us overmodulating our microphones here, Dan.
Oh, man.
Holy smokes.
All right, last end here.
Wow, here we go.
We're all tied up.
Been a great game.
Yep.
I hope this end is as exciting.
Navy with the red rocks got the last rock this end.
Been so fixated on our own game. I don't know who the other A semi is done. They've left the ice, and I'm uncertain who won.
We'll see if we can find out.
Trying to find out who won that game for you, folks. A little chaotic in here right now. A lot of people in here. So Ardsley's got her center guard up, about 8 feet off the rings. Dave McCutcheon is going to the wings here. A little heavy. This rock is going through the rings without any sweeping. Wow. There's a break for Ardsley right here. Don't believe that was an intentional throw through. Dennis Mellerup will try to get his second guard up here with Greg. If you're going to steal, you got to have a couple guards up there.
Yeah, too early to come around, I think.
Yeah. He's got to get a guard up here.
Could put one real tight. This one might be a high guard.
This might be a hogger. He hogged it. That's unfortunate. Late in the game like this. Necessity to get another guard up.
Yeah, you can even put this one in the guard in the top 12 if
Correct.
you have to.
Oh, goodness. Oh, Lord. I think you're peeling here. Is free guard over? Free guard's not over yet. No. Dave McCutcheon's still throwing.
Right, still got your lead up.
Yeah.
He's got to go to the wing.
Yeah.
With one guard up, you're not going to be facing two guards and one on the 4-foot here. You just be facing either a couple guards or one guard and one on the 4-foot. This one's hot too.
Also through. Wow. I don't think Dave's missed 2 shots all night. He waited to the 8th end to miss his 2 shots, but he's curled great. The lead for Navy, curling Navy 2.
Well, if you're going to miss, don't miss light there for
Right.
sure. So no harm.
Yeah.
You like to have a saver rock out there, but
Need another guard here if you're Ardsley.
pretty good line. It's going sideways now, though. They're going to get by. They're by. Okay.
We're going to get a update on who won the game between Manotick and Winchester in our other A game. No bounce. Looking to peel here now is Dan Acton. Looking for a double if he can get it. Oh, he didn't get it. And he left the guard in a spot that's favorable for Ardsley.
Manotick wins on sheet 5.
Thank you. And we do have an update there on sheet 5. Now, Manotick did win that game in the other A semi, so they'll be playing for the Mitchell medal tomorrow against the winner of our featured game, which is Navy and Ardsley.
Now the discussion, Ardsley's having, do you go around now or do you throw another blue guard?
Well, you just need one to win, correct?
Just need one to win.
What do you like here? I think I like another guard here.
Yeah, they don't have them stacked, so I think Dennis is looking at throwing a blue guard under the red one so they can stack 2.
Yep,
You could just stack your blue ones as well.
sure. I think I like this. I like this call. Smart move here.
Either way, you need 2 guards, so they're just going to use the red one as their high guard and try to tuck another guard underneath. Looking to go around here.
Thank you.
Dennis Mellerup. Or excuse me, not Dennis, Gert Messing with his.
Oh
and
boy,
that-
he's
that
on
just-
the guard.
That took off.
Took off on him. Oh boy. Might not be the most horrible thing.
That's going to stack him the other way. That's
Yeah,
okay.
it's not horrible. Wow, really jumped.
Might have grabbed a flat spot,
Yep.
but there are stack guards now. I think you play the double peel on the red-blue, or at least a single peel.
Flat thickens. At least we got some,
Got 'em
at least we
thinking out
got
there,
some
yeah.
rocks in play here. That makes it a little more exciting.
And I just got to think you've got to remove one of these guards.
Sure.
Straight peel is fine here, I think.
Yep.
If you play the double peel, you're going to leave your shooter.
Cody's curled very, very well here in this A semi game. And even better yet.
Why is there a third guy not doing anything?
Navy team is forcing Ardsley to waste more time throwing guards. Want to keep them busy.
Yeah, you guys like what Providence is? You guys competitive with each other?
Need a center guard here, right?
We talk shit about other states.
Yeah, you got to put one back.
Got to put one back.
Probably stack one under the red would be ideal.
And also, we definitely talk shit. Provinces? Yes. People talk shit.
Well, they're not getting behind it.
Yeah, they're just going to the center line, but
Yeah.
that'll get peeled. In for a penny, in for a pound here. Get rid of those guards.
They're like being from Canada. I view them like the South is a different game.
And we have another final on sheet 2. Looks like Navy has taken one in the last inning, and they win 5-4 over Granite. Peter Lyons Rink.
We piggybacked on that and slid it a little radar. And we did just fine for ourselves. But we played that last night.
We really need you to discuss the game.
Doesn't matter how good he is.
But you still got Justin Bieber.
And you were right. They did go ahead and peel. Now you got to hide. Well, and it looks like he's putting it back. One more.
Yeah, I think you go to your skip rocks. Then he's going to come around the red guard.
This is your game.
It takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of patience.
Could have stuffed this one. That was the intent.
Wide open.
You guys like basketball? Oh, yeah. You guys throw rocks and score here and there. It's like Syracuse.
Because of Jim Mayer. Years.
I've been through there all the time. And also, basketball is like strong place for one place. I love that. The way that we're rolling. Yeah, but it's nowhere.
Mike Abbott looking to peel this blue rock out of here. And wow, just got by the guard. Mission accomplished.
Left a couple guards, though.
Yeah, got to stuff one now if you're Dennis.
So now Dennis will go around the two reds, I think. Got to go around bite top 4. Having a discussion about whether or not they should throw one more center guard.
What do you like here? I think I like coming around.
I think you have to come around with your first skip
I like
rock.
it come around. Always like to be able to throw this next shot I've got to throw, too. If I have a chance to throw the same shot twice, I feel much better about throwing it with the first one.
Hey, it was 60 degrees today.
She's been doing a bunch of ladies' moves.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, he's taking the water down.
And in fact, with that ice,
Yeah.
Dennis Millerup's going to try and come around this red rock, both of these red rocks, and force Dan Acton to outdraw him. Or he could opt to peel. Could opt to peel.
They all can't be winners. They also
Big shot here. Come down to the last 4 rocks of the game. This is an exciting curling game.
The nice thing about this shot is you force Navy's hand. They can't pass.
Correct.
Because if they pass, then they will throw a center guard.
Right.
And then you've got more problems.
Trouble.
So
Right.
it really forces them to make a play.
Yeah. Got to get it there, though. Got to get it there. Got to get it there. It's curling hard. Got to go. Oh, this is sweet. This is sweet. Nice shot here from Dennis.
Yeah,
That's a beauty.
he's
Stuffed. Top of the front of the tee line.
just off, and that will force
Wow,
Navy to
here
follow.
we go. Here we go.
That'll force Navy to make a play.
Great shot, Dennis Mellerup. Albany 1 has defeated Utica 9 on sheet 3.
4-1 after 4 blank ends.
Yep, amazing. 4 blank ends in an 8-end curling game. And I have not seen it. Dan Acton now with the first of his 2 stones. He does have the hammer here in the 8th end. We have a tie game coming for home. Dennis Mellerup just made a delightful draw behind 2. He's leaving the 4-foot circle open. But he did what he had to do.
So they're going to force Navy to make a play on this now and see if they can get shot rock, and that will force Ardsley to make it better. And then Navy will have an open draw to the 4-foot for the win.
His team thinks he's light because they started pounding out of his hand. I don't think he's light.
Not at all.
Might have overbaked this one.
No, you don't want to go behind a button.
They might have overbaked it. Oh my. Roll away? I don't know. What do you do here? What do you like?
Boy, tough call. You either hit and roll away and make him draw the 4-foot, or you just dead freeze on it.
It looks like he's hitting it.
He's hitting it.
He's going to force him to draw.
Yeah, you can't really just freeze. You got to probably move it, right? That would make the double too easy.
Yes. Well, here we are. Dennis Mellerup with his last rock of the game. Our featured A semi.
Trying to hit and roll away here and force an open cold draw to the 4-foot. Don't think they want to stick.
It's going to go the other way, though. It's going the other way.
It's going to stick right there. That's going to force an open hit.
Yeah. Got to keep his shooter.
And, you know, if you want to miss this on a little bit one side or the other, miss it on the low side. And
Correct.
You can run into the rock on the side of the 4.
We've seen stranger things in a curling game.
Yep. Need to hit and stick here.
Yep, Ardsley sitting 1 and 2. Last rock of the game, Dan Acton. There won't be an extra end, folks. Sorry in such a well-played game, but will not happen. Dan Acton just needs to hit and stick for the win for Navy.
Probably control weight here with that ice. No more, right?
No. Nope. No, 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 no.
Maybe even hack would be okay here.
I think so. And in the words of yours truly, this is why the skips get the big bucks. Gotta like to have the rock in your hand at this situation. Here he comes. Last rock, folks. Read him and weep. He barely threw hack weight here. Looks like he's all over it, though. They're not sweeping. He's all over it. He's all over it. Nice shot here from Dan. What a nice throw. What a great curling game. I'll let you say goodnight, Roger.
Nice soft weight there, and congratulations to Navy. They will play for the Mitchell medal against Manotick tomorrow at 11:30 a.m., I think.
Yep.
8-in game, and we should have that for you here on our UCC channel one way or the other. So for Roger Ouellette and Dave Craig Nolan, good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.